from the granny women of Appalachia.
Well, Mom always cooks. We always have beans and cornbread and biscuits and gravy, and we always have things to eat. We never did go hungry.
We had soup beans every day, 6 days a week except Sunday, and then we got chicken.
No,
Or
we got
sometimes
roast. We got roast. We didn't get chicken.
No, we got chicken at Memaw first day. Remember?
No, we weren't allowed to eat Memaw first.
I know, and I opened the lid and she knocked my brains out. We weren't allowed to do that no more.
Some said she went to college at Milligan, some said ETSU. And then when she got her diploma, she went to Hoagie and got her first job, lived up there with a couple and taught school up there. Then she come back down here to Alcaney. Never had backpacks, we just had to carry books. Yes, we had a book for every class. We had a locker, we put them in, but we carried our books in our arms. We didn't know what backpacks was back then. We had anything, you'd been in a paper bag probably, or a brown poke. Oh yeah, we had homework all the time. If they would put writing back into schools today, 99% of the kids would fail that class. Because you cannot read their writing. It's like a doctor writes, like a chicken. That's one thing we learned to write. We learned English. When you got out of the class, we had an 8th grade teacher, Mr. Glover from Chinkapin. When you got out of his class, you knew your English. He was the best teacher. And I would take him a big red apple and put it in his drawer, and he would go to the office. He was the principal too. And while he was at the office, I'd reach up there and get me a bite of it and put it back in his drawer. And then when we had our 8th grade banquet, they gave me the Mischievous in the class.
So you talk about not being able to read writing. Now I have 1B in my whole life. 4th grade handwriting. Can you read anything I wrote?
Be honest, it looks like chicken scratch, don't it?
Well, yeah, it does. Yeah, we'd walk to the store on our lunch at school, and it was up our Carbles, and we could get a bologna sandwich, a bag of chips, a candy bar, and a drink for $0.25. We got $0.25 every day for our lunch. And if Osie Mae had an extra nickel, she'd get us a pack of chewing gum and divide it with us.
I went to the 1st grade, and I liked it so good and was so smart that I had to do it again. Oh,
No.
so we went all through school together then.
But you went to 1st grade in Ohio, and when I brought you back down here, I just put you back in I was in.
Yeah, I know it. I was so smart.
But you wasn't mature enough like the rest of them, because
That's
You
just
what?
a better way for her saying I was a dummy and need to do it again.
you didn't weigh but 3 pounds when you was born.
Yeah, I was preemie. I'm still preemie. I can't spell now. I'm just telling you, I can't do it. You can ask my son. I can't spell.
You ain't the only one in the family.
So.
Lord, Mama can't even write a grocery list. There wasn't no way I was supposed to stay home working no garden or working no back patch. So I went to school.
Okay, we've been pulling beans all day, which we had a pretty busy day, but we had a bean sheller, so it was a lot easier than trying to do it by hand. What I was wanting you to see is these are pinto beans. They are a smaller, lighter bean, and whenever you can them or you cook them, the juice on them will be a little bit redder, and they're not as beefy as the Shellys, or we call them Octobers or Shellys, either one. They're more of a beefy bean, and there you can see how much redder these beans are than the pinto beans. But they're both still really good. But I'm going to can both. And right now I'm going to go ahead and can my pintos first. So after I get them ready to can, I'll show you how to do it. Okay, I've got my pinto beans washed. And I'm getting ready to put them in the jar. I've got a teaspoon of salt in each jar and a pinch of sugar. Also, I have some fatback cut up. And what I do, I put a piece in each jar. And then I will fill each jar up halfway full with beans. About this far, because your beans will swell as they cook. And you don't want to fill your jar all the way full. You just want to fill them halfway full. So when I get one ready, I will show you a picture of it. And then we'll get the canner running and get it going, because it's getting kind of late anyway. And I've been out here doing this since 5 this morning, so I'm getting kind of tired. But anyway, as soon as I get a canner on, ready to run, I'll get you a picture of it and let you see what it looks like. All right, now I've got my beans ready to put in the canner. I will can them on 20 pounds of pressure for 30 minutes. So once my jiggler starts and the pressure builds up, I'll start timing it for 30 minutes. And then once the 30 minutes is up, then we'll cut them off. Okay, guys, I just took the lid off my canner. So my beans are done, and I'm going to get my little handy dandy thing. My sister bought me this little thing, and I love it. You just put it on the top of your jars, and it lifts them right out. But you see how these beans, it's kind of a redder color of soup. And they've already been seasoned, so all you would have to do would be open the jar and just warm it up. And okay. This is one run of pinto beans done, and I'm going to get ready to fix another run. Okay, this is what I have left of my pintos, and I'll have them all worked up. And I am going to put these in the freezer. Now, when you want to put beans in the freezer, you don't want to wash them. I know that sounds pretty nasty, but don't wash them until you take them out of your freezer and are going to cook them, and then you wash them really good, because if you wash them, they will freezer burn. So what I do, I put mine in a colander, and I just shake them and get some of the dusty dirt. If you can see in the bottom of my sink what's falling out. And get the worst of the dirt out of it. And then I put them in my bags. And once I put them in my bags, I go ahead and put them in the freezer. And then when I get ready to cook them, I bring them out and I wash them really, really good. And then cook them. So.
Beans with CHOW and zucchini relish. My favorite. I could eat both of these jars just by itself. Here's your CHOW. Here's your zucchini relish.